Welcome to Not So PG. I'm Brooke and my pronouns are she and her.
I'm Matty Mills. My pronouns are he and him. And before we get started, we'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land on which we record. And for me, that's the Gadigal People of the Eora Nation.
And for me, that's the Eora People of the Eora Nation. All right, Matty, let's go.
Let's go.
Matty, I'm so excited for this episode. Obviously, we've got a special guest coming in later that...
Yes. Isaac Compton.
Winner, winner, chicken
Straight
dinner.
out of Compton.
I know. What a name.
Yeah.
What an absolute name.
He won the summit, if you mob don't know, and we're excited. We're going to talk all things the summit, what he got up to, and what they do on the summit to relieve themselves. No, I'm kidding.
Literally.
That big snot.
But on that, how has your week been?
My weekend was good. I went to Vivid, and then I also went on a date.
Yes. We were talking about Matty dating.
Well,
Update. Get it?
Yeah,
Update.
yeah. Well, it's Pride Month, so I thought I would, kick off the gay season by going on a gay date, and I did. We went and got a drink, and then did Vivid, and then hung out most of the night together, and met some friends, and it was super fun, super like chill vibes. But I think I like this guy, sort of. Maybe.
Are you
Maybe
falling?
I don't know.
Well,
you can't. I keep my cards pretty close to my chest. It is what it is, and I'm just riding the wave of having fun.
Yeah.
And I'm going to LA today. Girl, I ain't been tied down.
Me, on the other hand, lol.
Yeah.
No. Well, this is good. I mean, that's improvement. I think, over the times that we've spoken on the podcast, you've been up and down with dating. Like, you've been like, yeah, I want to give it a go. No, yeah. And then you sort of, kind of in this confliction, which I think now you're more open to it, which I think is great.
Way more open to it. Yeah.
Yeah. This is good for you.
And
it was so funny, though, because I messaged you and I was like literally in the same town and state and place as your ex-boyfriend.
I know. And I was
what are the chances?
Yeah, look, I think that was so funny. He did tell me that he was going there last time I spoke to him, but I totally forgot about it. And then you're like, oh my God, he's here. And I'm like, well, don't say hi from me.
No, but it just didn't feel the same, like seeing him without you.
And I'm excited. I'm so much on that stage that I'm learning a new language.
Ooh, yeah.
The language of love. The language of love.
Yes, please talk about this because I feel like I have never dated. Okay, so I'm going to LA. Today. I'm really excited, but I'm also now in a relationship. So this is exciting, but also like I thought it would be like shit timing, but I think it's perfect timing because I think more this trip will be about what I want to get out of it rather than like being like open to dating and seeing other people, you know what I mean?
Totally.
So I'm like, I want to get what I want out of it.
Love it.
But talking about learning a different language, I'm so lucky that we're going to LA because it's an English-speaking country because I have like huge anxiety around traveling, but I think knowing that they all speak English is more relieving. Yes. But on the other side of that, you want to learn Spanish.
Well, when I say I'm learning a new language, the guy who I'm hanging out with, Spanish is his first language.
And then English.
And English is his second language. He's really great at both. But I've been wanting to like chat to him in Spanish. So oh my God. So, okay, I just remembered that I sent you guys do you remember
voice notes?
The voice notes? Oh no.
Soy tu hermano. Soy tu hermano.
Oh no. Stop.
I don't know. Maybe. Does it make sense?
Guys, I'm cringing so hard. Please, stop it.
I think that was good. No,
Chae,
you got to leave that in.
Oh my God. Chae, you know what? That was the cruelest thing you've ever done.
No, I think it's good.
Look, I'm not great at it, but at least I give it a shot.
Yes, I think that's good.
Yeah, and I was like, you want to learn some Camilleroy?
Go on then, teach him.
Yeah, go on then. Look, the reason I do it is because obviously language is super important and it's a part of someone's identity. So to be able to communicate a little bit in that way, even if I learn the very general phrases or words, I feel like I'm getting to know him more.
I think that's what you'd want in a partnership, right?
Yeah, and he's so hot. I can't even explain to you how hot this person is. To the point where, you know what's so funny? my friends, and I'm not saying that I am, this isn't me trying to say that I'm hot. So Shari calls me Black Ken, the Ken doll.
Yes, baby.
She said to me when she met him, she was like, look, you are really pretty, but he is so fucking much prettier. And I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, he's so hot. He's so hot. Like, I just look at him, I'm like, how? How does this happen? But super humble and lovely. Like, not like an arrogant... he's just a sexy Spanish man. Anyway, I hope he doesn't listen to the pod because I'm super embarrassed about talking about him like that.
No, I hope he listens to the pod.
He probably does. If I was dating someone who had a podcast, I would absolutely fucking listen to the podcast.
Well, I have a question for you because I'm in a new relationship.
Yes.
And it hasn't been that long, but I just feel like, you know, the way that you were speaking about the guy that you're seeing,
yes.
I feel the exact same way about this guy. And
right.
Yes, it is a guy. Guys, I'm still fucking bisexual. Fucking hell. But I'm like literally obsessed and I get over them really easily. If you look at the history of our pod, you know, I just lose interest very easily.
Yeah.
Like I get bored or they do something icky and I'm like, nah.
Yeah.
This guy could do anything and I would be like, so I feel you.
Cute.
So I asked him out. I was like, I feel certain about it. I'm just going to roll with it. Like, why am I holding myself back?
I love that you asked him. That's so
cute.
And
I asked him out. Yeah.
Good on you.
But I was thinking about, right, what is the modern way of asking someone out these days? Because back in the day, it used to be, you know, will you be my partner?
Yeah.
People do it by text. People do it by, like, grand gestures. And because I've been on like different love reality shows, like what is the actual way to ask someone out? Like,
well, I don't know. I don't really have experience in it. Like,
have you been always the one that has been asked?
I've had really one relationship, you know, like, I mean, I've had more than one relationship,
true.
But like, there's only been once where I asked him out. So I asked when my ex and I got together, I asked him out. It was on 13th of April in like 2017 or something.
Yeah, okay. So how did you ask him out?
I was on the dance floor drunk at a party and we'd been seeing each other for about 5 weeks and I said, do you want to be my boyfriend? And then the whole party clapped for us like it was a celebration. Cringe. So So
but in the moment,
I did ask him out, yes, in a very, you know, intoxicated way. But it was great.
So this is how I know I really like this guy is that I had this plan of how I would ask him out.
Okay.
And the whole day I was so nervous. I was sweating like profusely over the fact like I was like, what if he says no? What if he's not on the same par? Like, you know, like what? And when I got to it, like just to the lead up of asking him, so I didn't actually physically say the words. What I did is we had date cards and we were asking each other questions. And I timed it. What?
I've just I'm really excited for this story and I'm like, this is so cute. I already know where it's going. I'm like, yes.
And so I, you know, like I consulted with a couple of my friends and were like, is this a good idea? And they're like, that is the sweetest. Like, you know, and they're like, you know, Brooke, I could not picture you getting asked by anyone. I love that you're taking control and being like, yeah, this is what I want. And so anyways, we're doing these date cards. We're having like one cheese night. And I thought I perfectly timed the date card. So like if I pull one, he pulls one, I pull one, and then we'll get to the one that he needs to pull. So I handwritten this date card.
Oh my God, I'm stressed even thinking about the order.
I know. Anyways, I fuck up the order and I'm like, like I've already done one and then I can see the one that's like stuck together because it's like thick. So I kind of purposely did it so then I could know which one. And it's the one after one. And I'm like, shit. And then I just was
let's change the rules. I can do two.
Yeah, well, I was like, can I do this one? And I like hold it up and it was like, what feels like home to you? And I was like, fuck, perfect. And he didn't even notice. But to get the date cards on top of the cards that we had, I had to send him on a mission. I was like, oh, babe, my feet are cold. Like, can you go get me some socks? He like trots off downstairs and I'm like putting these date cards.
Oh my God.
So I doubled up on questions. So I had already pulled a question and then and then did another one. And then he pulls it out. He's like, oh, this is a handwritten one. And he takes a while and he takes a minute and he's like, oh. And then I'm just like sitting there sweating, like literally profusely sweating and being like, oh my God, this is like, what if he says, oh, like, no. So
wow.
It wasn't like, will you be my boyfriend? Will you be my partner? It was Cobra and I were wondering, Cobra's my dog, Cobra and I were wondering whether you would join our family. And it had a little stick figure picture of me and Cobra plus my partner and his dog.
Oh my God, this is the most beautiful thing ever.
Yes.
Brooke,
so yeah.
That's so cute. Oh.
So I mean.
And what did he say?
Yeah, he came over and gave me a hug and a kiss and was like, absolutely. Like, I wouldn't picture anything more. Like, yeah.
Can we not put this on the pod and I can steal the ID? I'm like, that's the most romantic thing on the planet. I want someone to do that to me.
Well, and it had me thinking because I want to go for it. Like, I really do like this guy and I feel like, you just have to go for it. But then, like, what the fears that I had were, like, if they're not on the same path, how do you ask someone these days? Like, what are some ways that, like, I don't want it to be, like, a grand gesture and, like, a sit-down dinner and be, like, official, which I have had before. Like, some guy took me to the rotating sea restaurant in Perth and was like, will you be my girlfriend? And I was like,
will you be my girlfriend?
I was like, this is too much. Like, I think I'm, like, more low-key now because I've had the extravagance of The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. I'm like, you know what? The more low-key, the better.
Totally. Yeah. I want someone to ask me in Spanish and I need to translate it. I'm kidding.
There we go. Maybe you need to learn it and in Spanish and then
have you seen my attempts at even saying hello? It isn't going to be hot, babe.
Can we play that again here?
Soy tu hermano.
Oh no. Stop! Oh my life, I'm excited.
I'm excited. I'm looking at some handsome man across the room.
Oh,
it's not Matty.
It's not me. Guys, if you're listening, it's not me. This guy is handsome and rich.
Finally.
Today we have Isaac Compton. How are you, darling?
I'm wonderful. How are you two going?
We're good.
We've been mates and we've been getting to know you online over COVID and then sort of, became friends and, you're one of those people in our community that brings so much positivity to the online space. And now you've sort of translated that onto mainstream television. Like, you are a good person to watch on TV.
It was very emotional. Like, yeah, you... Like, we'll get into it a little bit more. Like, I want to talk about, how do you even get to the summit?
Oh, yeah.
Like, physically?
Oh, yeah, bus.
or onto the show?
Well, yeah, like, we've known each other for a while, all three of us. We've all hung out at times. I know that, you do so many other things with your platform, and then all of a sudden I'm seeing you on the summit. I'm like, wow, like, this is... I love seeing Mob on other reality shows, like, because that was my journey. But then seeing other people, like, now, there's so many more, like Bianca Hunt was on Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, and then just...
Royston was on Australian Idol.
Exactly.
Yes.
Like, it's so good to see more representation. But then I'm like, bruh, I'm not signing up for the summit. I'll sign up for Celebrity Get Me Out of Here.
I had no idea what I was signing up for.
Yeah, okay.
I was thinking, it's going to be a nice little holiday. I haven't been to New Zealand.
Is that where it was shot? New Zealand?
New Zealand, yeah.
Wow.
Down South Island. I was not expecting it to be that hard. And, leading up to the show, the producers were like, have you been exercising? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, mate, I've been going on walks and hitting the gym, doing cardio, and I got found out on day 3.
Yeah.
I saw that episode. Yep.
Yeah, it was.
But
when I was getting the rub down on the side of a ridge.
Yeah, it was hot.
It actually made it into the edit.
Mm-hmm.
When I was getting a rub down there, Phil actually said, would you like a happy ending?
Oh,
Go
yeah.
back and watch it. He actually says, do you want a happy ending?
Oh, my God. We have to go, We'll
you did get your happy ending. You won.
Well, yeah. And goes to show that you don't really need to be the fittest to win something like this, though.
Absolutely.
It's a mental game, right?
Yeah, a lot of the fitter guys had the idea of it was just going to be physically challenging, which it was, but I think they just missed that there's a social element to it too.
Truly. Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
And that's all I went in with. I was like, I'm just going to make everyone love me.
Yeah.
And they're going to get me to the top. And they did.
Yeah, because you're a personable guy.
He's a manipulator. I saw
if you read the comment section,
nah. Obviously, at the start of the show, there was a bit of a storyline that you were on struggle street a bit with the physical aspect of it, and you were going to be at the back of the pack. But when the format of these shows, the people at the back of the pack are the people that at the end get closer to the front. So
even down the back.
Yeah, when you were in that position, were you thinking strategy the whole time?
Oh, 100%. The moment you see it when we actually started, the four of them went out the front.
Mm.
And so I was like, check out these guys over here.
Yeah.
The alpha ones.
They've got to go.
Yeah.
They've got to go.
Because you know what? I feel like they come out of the woodwork. You will know, like, people show themselves for their true selves eventually. Yeah. Like, they can't hide, behind these facades and, there's different, you can pick who's the alpha straight away because they're always the loudest, eh? And they're not always the ones that are going to win. Like, how many times they're always the person that's like, I've got this in the bag. Yeah. Bruh, I'm taking your bag.
That is funny. I remember
I'm stealing your money. I'm stealing your money.
I literally turned on the show one day and the first thing that was on the screen was this guy and he was like, I don't care about your story. I'm here for the money. Like, it was like one of those pieces to camera.
Oh, yeah, chancy pants.
And so
was that the one that was like this real, like, surfy kind of dude?
Giving Conrad vibes?
Vegan.
But tell us, Isaac, like the process and like the shooting period. What did a day-to-day look like for you on the show?
You were getting up at 7, then you couldn't say anything to anyone because you had to be mic'd up.
Yep.
So, and you learn when you go on those shows that if it's not on camera, it didn't happen.
Truly.
As you know too. Like, so you have to wait for all that. And then you pack your sleeping bag. If there was water around, you washed your face, your pits and bits.
Yeah.
It was too cold to actually get right into the water. We did the first couple of days, but then the higher you got, it was just like, nah, I'm good. I'll just
put some
deodorant on, keep going. And then you started trekking and you just walked until you got to a challenge or whatever it was that you were coming up to next. But there were long days, and it doesn't really translate on the show how long it was, but they were long days.
Yeah.
And because daylight, it's like 16 hours or 15 hours of daylight, which is why I think they filmed in New Zealand.
Mm.
So you were walking for a long period of time.
Yeah.
And in that, they've got to stop for to change batteries and all that there. But
yep.
See,
you got to do a gunner.
Yeah. Well, about that. There was portaloos there, but they were only at the campsites.
Oh.
So you made sure you went in the morning.
Yes.
Wow.
And you held it until you got there.
Oh, wow.
You just clog yourself up with some nasty lollies or something.
Well, this is the thing too, like we were eating dehydrated food for breakfast and dinner.
Wow.
We got like a sandwich and whatnot for lunch, but it was dehydrated food and it wasn't coming out solid.
Oh,
so
that's nasty.
You definitely wanted to hold that in.
Oh. Yeah. Oh my God.
Too afraid
all the inside, eh? Too scared.
I heard a little rumor that someone did do
a gunner.
Really?
In their pants, yep.
But along the trek, I won't say who, but
give us the ghost now.
I won't say who, but I heard that someone did do
you think?
2.
Because obviously there's so much to it. I mean, that would be pretty hard. And then actually the physical aspect of it and then the social aspect. Like, what was the hardest part of all of those?
The mental side of it for me. The physical was hard and like getting over, it was more like my fear of heights and trusting the safety gear.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't until...
Anything man-made can fail.
Yeah, like, it wasn't until day 9 that I actually went, all right, I'm going to trust and just left all of that, that worry and all that behind. It was when I got to the cliff face and we had to scale the 200 meters.
Yeah.
I just went, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to worry about this anymore and just climb the shit out.
Was
of
that the ladder?
cliff. No, not the ladder. I was still shitting by that stage.
Yeah.
No, it was the cliff face where we had to scale up 200 meters. The one that Josh left before I threw him off the mountain.
Oh,
You're like,
throw him off the mountain.
Bye.
No, when I got to the top of that, like the feeling that I had,
Yeah.
I can't even describe it. It was such a warm feeling, of accomplishment. Like I just left my fear behind.
Wow.
Have you scaled anything before?
Never
like
done.
rock climbing
A
couple of women.
Have you seen the show? No way had I done anything like that. I'd attempted abseiling when I was like 12.
Yeah, go.
And they touch on it a little bit. When we were doing abseiling on the show, I didn't realise I held that fear and like that trauma from an accident that I'd had when I was 12.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And so when I attempted to do it again, I slipped and I was like, fuck this, I'm not going down that. And it took a lot of convincing from Alex on that radio to get me to go down. Like they did it in like 15 seconds, but he was on there for about 10 minutes.
Yeah. I saw in your post today that you thanked Alex.
Yeah. He was my buddy.
Yeah.
We slept together, like, not that way, but I would have, yeah.
No, you spooned.
Yeah.
That's right.
Tell us the details. Keep going.
Bit of warmth.
He's a big dude and it's cold.
Yeah.
Okay.
So did you know how much money you were going to get out of this?
Nah, didn't know until.
So you're just going in blind, being like, I'm going to do all this. I'm going to get to the top if I win.
Yeah.
And
we were thinking like there was going to be $1 million. We didn't realise we could lose that much along the way. We thought we could, and like we had theories, maybe we were going to get all the money we'd lost back at the end and whatnot.
Yeah. All the scenarios, as you do.
And because it's a new show, new concept, there's no former seasons to draw on, you just going in blind.
Wow.
That's how I felt when I was going on the challenge. And then when they said it was $200,000 split, I was like, bruh.
What, $20 each?
Have you seen the economy we live in?
Yeah, I was like, that's not paying for anything.
So I've always wondered this about shows like this. Do you get the money when you finish filming, or do you have to sign a contract and wait until they put it to air so that you don't tell people and then you get paid?
I'm just showing Brooke my bank account right now.
Oi.
I am a broke black man.
So they haven't
Haven't paid me yet.
fucking paid you.
So they hold off paying until after the.
That's what I thought.
But yeah.
Yeah.
You
think
must
it's like
be
a month
excited for that
after.
money to hit your account, bruv.
Oh,
What are you going to do with the $250,000 that you've won?
Give me a loan.
Nah, you better be. That mother of yours really
You
made.
and every other cousin.
Your
cousin
mum.
I got
Oh,
an
yeah,
ear.
they're going to be coming out the woodwork, you remember me?
Yeah.
100%. I was talking to Shari about you, and she said I'm going to send him a message and say loan. And did she do it?
I took a screenshot of it.
That is great. I love that.
It's a picture of you too.
Oh, great. There was a beautiful moment on the show where you got to FaceTime with your mum, and she sent a video to you, and that was a really beautiful moment between you and your mum. It seems like you guys have the best relationship. I've seen it both online, but now obviously on TV.
Yeah.
Was she or one of your main inspirations when going on the show?
Oh, absolutely. Like me and Mum have a long history. So it goes right back to before I was born.
Wow.
So my mum had a miscarriage, not a miscarriage, sorry, stillbirth, and gave up on having kids.
Wow.
And then she was down in Mildura doing grape picking with Dad and all that. And I'm just trying not to get too emotional.
Oh.
That's right.
And then she went to the doctors because she thought she was dying. Found out she was pregnant with me.
Wow.
It was the happiest moment of her life. And, well, as she would say. And so that's why they named me Isaac, because it means laughter.
Oh.
And we've just been, I don't know, best mates ever since.
Oh, I love that.
When mum and dad divorced, all the other kids went with Dad. I stayed with Mum. we've just been, we've been pretty close for most of my life.
That's so deadly. That's why you're such a. I think that you're such a kind, like, soft-hearted man. Like, I love that you've had so much influence from your mum. And it was a beautiful thing to see on national TV. Are you going to give her a cut or what? This money.
So she's been talking about this kitchen for the last 4 or 5 years.
Oh, don't.
So I'm just going to buy her a kitchen.
Oh, that's so
she gonna
beautiful.
love that.
It's quite funny too. Like my dad messaged me. He's like, "Wait, I had a hand in raising you too, mate, because I talk about mum so much."
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, I'm here.
I was like, I spoke about you, but they love the mum and me story. So whatever I spend on mum's kitchen, I'll give Dad the same amount too.
Oh, I love that.
That's really beautiful.
My siblings ain't getting nothing though.
No.
There's 6 of them and there's 13 nephews and nieces. Mate, I'll be broke before.
Yeah, don't worry.
Oh, I know.
No, don't worry about them. Off the back of the
That'd
show,
be right.
off the back of the show, you're a single man. Well, that's what we know. Off the back of the show, have there been some people who have been sliding into your DMs trying to get some Isaac?
Some Isaac.
Yeah.
Isaac, Nick.
Isaac. Yeah, I put Dick and Isaac together. I said Isaac.
Hi, Nick.
Isaac. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The way you lick afterwards as well.
Nasty girl. No.
There's been a few, interesting messages that have been coming through. It's
Well, you're famous now.
but I'm no Brooke Blurton or Matty Mills.
Oh, well, I mean, look.
Why did you just cringe?
She did
I'm
it.
not famous. No, I'm not famous.
No,
It's
but
funny.
you know what? It's just so cool to see you win because, like, I feel like you really deserve this. You obviously, like,
You do.
put a lot of smiles on people's faces during the pandemic, during, when you sort of first came online, and now to see you win at this level, it's bloody awesome, bros.
We're so proud of you. And I know your mum's proud of you, your dad's proud of you. I think everyone's proud. I just think it's just boss that you've been able to take this away. And for you and for your family. It's so good. Like, it's like, I think money it comes and goes, but I think, I think the whole thing of the representation, showing black humour as well on a show like that can be taken so serious.
Yeah.
So I think, it's shown such a different light, and I think I really appreciate you for that as well.
I was laughing at myself. I was like, what?
That's-
I'm
that
so
bear
black
singing?
on that show.
Yeah.
I'm so black on that show. Like,
Yeah, you
The
were
singing got
actually you
me.
were a walking Aboriginal flag at some point, 3 colours. I was like, black,
Actual-
yellow, red, gone then. No, I loved it. So what's next? What is next for Isaac Compton?
I'm going to take a break.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a lot, eh?
I've done one
It's a
TV
lot.
show. I've got to take a break. Oh, please. Keep it rolling.
Yeah, you dabble a little bit in everything, eh? So mountain climbing,
Yeah.
rapping, comedian,
Rapping.
singing, dancing. Oh, shit.
Full-time gammon.
Yeah. That's black fellas though.
Full-time gammon. Fucking cheeky dog.
Nah, I think if people wanted to follow your journey from this point on, where would be the best place? I know that they took your socials from you. When do you get them back?
Next week. In a week.
Great.
In a week. Oh, I can't wait to.
Yeah.
I cannot wait. I feel like I've just lost a part of myself.
Yep.
Yeah. I was
Like, and
missing your
I had
content.
to hand over my TikToks too. Both TikTok accounts.
Wow.
And my Instagram. They let me keep my music because it's my work account, but
Yeah.
The paranoia of if I had to do that, of them going through my DMs. Were you like, fuck, how do I delete everything? How do I reset this phone? Reset this account?
There were a couple of people that messaged me and went, I had to just unsend a picture that I sent to you. I'm like, why did you send me a picture for one?
There's some lovely PR person at Channel 9 viewing these pictures.
Taking screenshots.
Oh, my God.
Oh, look, there was
I'm
a
so
very,
glad I wasn't in the era of giving away like my socials.
you got to keep yours.
Yeah.
Brooke and I spoke to each other when she was on the show. Like, she wasn't allowed to. She had
I was
a burner
sneaky
phone.
dog. I took a burner phone.
Yeah.
Wait, I know.
She did.
I
Oh,
did.
is this on the challenge?
No, the Bachelorette.
Oh,
I know.
Naughty.
No, I was like, they're not taking my phone. My family need me. Like,
And I was
I'm going
gonna-
to message them and say if they're okay.
Legit. And I was going to come in and
Yeah.
like help her decide the final two. And she was messaging me like, I like this one. I don't like this one.
Oh, that's
So
right.
good.
That's right.
Yes.
You wanted to have him on there, but
COVID.
couldn't because COVID.
Yes. So apart from reality TV, Isaac, you do music. What is the go with the music situation? Are you going to start putting out some like singles and create your own stuff, or what's the go? You're just doing it for fun?
I'm just doing it for fun. I'm doing it for money, really.
Yes. Now that you don't need money,
Don't need it.
I quit.
Nah, look, music's just something it's just a part of me, really. You know, I mean, it's not really driven for a music career. It's just something I enjoy doing, and I get paid to do it at the same time.
Well, what's that saying, Matty? It's like if you
Bigger is better.
love what you do, you don't work a day in your life.
Exactly right,
Bigger is better.
What did he just say?
She goes,
Bigger
what's
is
that
better.
saying? I go, I don't know. Bigger is better.
No,
It's not about the size of the prize.
Exactly.
It's not the
I'm
age.
talking about the
True.
prize pool money, guys.
Oh,
true. With
Same.
money, bigger is better.
Bigger is better.
I got a tattoo
Oh my
of the
god.
summit that we climbed on my wrist.
Wow.
Before the last episode there.
That's dedication, and I mean,
Like, I knew I was going to win. And so Gemma, who was on the show, her partner owns a tattoo shop. And that's where we watched the show. And I said, can I just tee up a tattoo?
Oh.
And he was like,
yeah. So we just drew it up. and
oh my
Put it
god,
on. It literally finished 2 minutes before the show started.
Wow.
that is so funny. That's actually such a good story. I mean, I thought about getting a rose tattooed on me, but I was like, nah, no chance.
That would have been
Girl.
super cringe.
I know, cringe, right? But that better story.
Are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed, yeah.
Okay, so when you're using your hand, you're going to remember that summit.
Ain't no mountain high.
I know exactly
ain't
what
no
you're talking about.
valley
What?
low.
What? I mean,
dirty
when you're
prick.
writing or when you're like you know,
Yeah.
flicking through the paper.
Flicking.
Far out.
Anyway,
That's hilarious.
He's
So
like
glad you
looking at
told
the
us that,
summit.
eh?
He's like, climax.
Yeah. I'm climbing. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
I'm going to hit
I
the
made
summit
it.
really soon. I promise.
I'm glad you
That
told
is
us that. That
amazing.
was so funny.
Yeah, that's the promo there. I love this. But thank
No
you so
kidding.
much, Chae. Like, we really appreciate you coming on. We're so proud of you. Congrats on the $250,000. And, you know, I'm excited to see what's next for you, bros.
Cheers, man.
Likewise.
Big love. Love is both.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Not So PG. If you love us, leave a 5-star rating and a little review.
And if you want to follow us, go into our DMs on social media. My handle is @It's Matty Mills, I think. And
Yes.
Brooks is @Brooke.Blurton. And you can follow all the Nova Podcast action over at Nova Podcast Official.
And we're off to LA.
See ya.